Cry the beloved Zimbabwe, where democracy is like a poorly made knockoff product. It looks real from a distance, but the moment you try to use it, it falls apart. Today's episode of ZANU-PF's Shenanigans comes to you live from Bulawayo Media Center, where a faction of the National Liberation War Veterans Association, led by the ever-determined Andreas Ethan Matibela, attempted to hold a press conference. Keyword, attempted. Before Matibela and company could get a word in, a group of youthful disruptors stormed in, calling themselves Youth Connect. Now, don't be fooled by the name. It wasn't some vibrant, forward-thinking movement out to change the country. No. This was a classic ZANU-PF hit squad, trained in the fine art of disruption, armed with nothing but loud voices, a few borrowed slogans and the promises of free lunch. You could almost hear the instructions before they left headquarters. Go cause chaos, comrades, and don't forget to grab a t-shirt on your way out.
For your ID, we are very peace-loving people. We've even made a formal link to the Commissioner General. Here's our letter. We can show you. So let's cooperate. Unless you are trying to provoke the people. What is your mission here?
We are not here to provoke anyone, but we are here to conduct our mission.
Your meeting.
I'm sure you have got your own business that you want to do. We also do have our own business.
But you can't do it here. We are in this place. So you
are also displacing us.
I was with a book at Kapua space. Youth Connect. Youth Connect. No, but the leaders get situated about Chinasana and Bempi. Mana, keep quiet. Don't be emotional. Don't be emotional. No, Matuela, please, let's cool. This is Zimbabwe. This is our country. We shed our blood for this country. For you guys to be here today.
And we are the beneficiaries.
Wait, Matuela.
We are the beneficiaries. I hope.
No problem. Try somewhere else.
No. You were seated here. We saw you outside. I know you guys. No one is quite a secret here. We know that you are staying out. No. These guys are violence. Precipitating violence. You are too young for us. You are too young for us. You are just Malawi, becoming Malawian because I'm no longer a Zimbabwean. I fought for Zimbabwe. I was born in Zimbabwe, and therefore I must speak for Zimbabwe. So I'm not. Say the police officers are now harassing. No, they can harass anybody. They can harass anybody. They can arrest us. They can kill us. But the truth will never die. We need peace, truth, and justice in this country. This thing of coming in here and intimidating us, you are taking our peace away, you are destroying democracy in the country, you are taking our right to express ourselves. Why? What wrong have we done? Thank you.
The irony, while some of their peers were busy being the regime's favorite attack dogs, another war veteran was going on a nationwide rampage, delivering unsolicited wisdom about why Zimbabwe is failing.
Yes, as you know, the commander, Snoda Guys. Isusu kati kunga kutoseta ukatira inyika sekwendo katika kuondo titi ukatira inyika nikayonaka zvinhu zeta zvakanaka. Asini yaye nharo dzine vamwe venyu veyuti vanofunga kuti kana akapuwa kokokora imwe chete upenyu hwake hwese hwafamba. Muri kuti tambudza komana. Hamoni kuti hapana kwatingaendera komana. Tikati ngatiite zvakati imimi hamusikuda. Tikati ngatiite zvakati imimi hamusikuda. Muri kuda kuti izodii. Imi seyuti tiri kutaura nhasi. Mukanzwa pachinzi pari kuda mati kana kuti pari kuda kuzomatwa pane kunoda kunomatwa. Haisi mhosva kumachira kuti gadzirai nyika zvakanaka. Haisi mhosva ba. Isusu kana tichikombrena hazviroverwi kumunhu. Kukombrena nyangu mumba chaimu mama yako kati maidwedzerewo muto wotorogwa nembaba. Kana kuti madima ndisirowo kamwe kanyama. Ukauti watauriri. Isusu tiri kuti imini garai makatarisira nyika yenyu kuti yakanaka here nokuti ndimi ziso renyika. Isu tatokura isu nyangu vari kutonga ikokoko vakura. Hapana tangova majara tese takaenda gondo tese kuti tirambe tikutongai hazvichaita nokuti hamuna mhosva dzamakafara tinofanirwa kutungamirai. Kutonga kunoda kutongwa munhu ane mhosva. Saka mune mhosva dzedza tinongoti tiri kutongwa kutongerwei taparei. Kwakubva kuhondo kwakuya kuzotongwa tichadza kuzotungamirwa. Isi tiri kuda leader anotungamira hatida anotonga. Kana achitonga ndanongopedza kuuraya vanhu vake. Watonga uraya kura kuti tese takatotongwa karika tingoti atonga uraiwa saka tinozvika kuti saka imimi seyuti munofanirwa kutaura zviri kusikomoyo kuti haiwa baba tanzwa kutema kwenyu tinodawo zvamuri kuita nokuti isusu tatoa kuti tato hey zvekunzisa munezvazinzi 2030 inguva neitaurwa paipa rongooni tingakuti 2030 ichazagara nhasi kakuti 2030 nderini makore mangani kuti tisvike ku2030 kune kutaurwa pandozvarwa mwana akatobvamba akatoenda kuchikoro ndopa nganzi 2030 yekwani tiri kuda mangwana kuti mangwana ndiani aripo mangwana kwete 2030 nhasi kana mangwana nokuti nzara yatirumakakomana munhu anokudya so munhu kudya so what is that man ivo achidya mahotera ivari kudya mahotera isu so nyangwe neno so mundire plastiki comrade ari kudya sadza mundire plastiki nyangwe newo hauoni kuti kutsinyira nawo apapa kana uchinzovapuwa mari wakuwa riri bhasikoro maji bhasikoro rinoita prejezo vakuti ani mabhasikoro aenda kuchera anotoda $5 kuchera izi 25 minus 5 waunotera bhasikoro inhamu hamuna rodhi mese omo saka ijecha rega kusvika kwana mubayira kwese uko kumondoro saka unenge wapuwa chinhu chinokuonesa nhamu nekunanaidza unobva pano chinanaidza mpaka wasvika kumondoro kwacho kotikonanaidza ziyaini saka wapuirwe chibhasikoro ivo havachakambonanaidza bhasikoro amamanidzimotikaraarabi isu tiri kuda kuti zvinhu ngazvienzane kana mwana ari wacomrade ngaawanewo zvakawanawo comrade kana mbuya vari vaive vakadai ngavadye vachiguta itiri kuda patebhurapa pabudei patebula paiti patebula toza kuti tabudirira arume kana patebula pasina chinhu musazonzi angani ngari kugona aiwa unogona sei kwendinzirwa nenzara naye varume tiri kufa nenzara isu comrade ane mamvemve zigamba zvatetinazoko nyange kandipa munda waunenge wandipa ubatsiri kana usina gedzo usina mombe usina pekurara vamwe vari mudzimba dzemapango ikoko havaonekwi kana nemunhu vamwe vari kurwara nemakumbo ane kazvimba vanoonekwa nani hospitari kwacha kuna chinhu ukatoende kuhospitari wobhadhariswa pondo iyo yaonzi tinda munotenga mapanadhoro kusitoro yekutuze nekwenyu akaauzoteta pondo narume kuzoteta pondo pasina chandarapo aiwa zvimwe zvinhu ka varume aiwa zvimwe zvinhu tizoonawo ndatenda varume ndatenda taonana aiwa
zvikuzvikwa aiwa ndinoita kuti zvinhu zvinaka
aiwa ndatenda hangu yutenu chongoziva kuti ngatiende pari kuenda vamwe.
His expert analysis, the youths. Yes, the very same young people being used as cheap political thugs were somehow also to blame for everything wrong in the country. According to our angry veteran, Zimbabwean youths have perfected the art of selling their future for the price of 2 sadza meals. Give them $10 and they will trade away their birthright. Ask them to march for their rights and suddenly their legs stop working. At this point, Zimbabwean youths must ask themselves a simple question. Are we victims or are we enablers of our own oppression? Because here's the painful truth. ZANU-PF would not still be in power if young people refuse to be used as pawns in this never-ending game of tyranny. This government is held up by the same young hands that wave placards for their oppressors, shout slogans for a party that keeps them unemployed, and throw stones at anyone who dares to challenge the status quo, all in exchange for a meal and bus fare. But can you really blame them? With a collapsed education system, no jobs, and a government that treats them like an afterthought, it's no wonder so many are willing to be rented out for a few dollars. After all, what's the alternative? Thinking critically? Mobilizing? Challenging power? That takes effort. And effort is hard when you're hungry, hopeless, and stuck in a country where even dreams need a visa to survive. Meanwhile, the war veterans, those who fought for independence decades ago, are here blaming the same youths they failed to create opportunities for. How convenient. The very people who cheered as ZANU-PF destroyed the economy now want to point fingers at young people for inheriting a mess they didn't create. It's like burning down a house, handing someone the ashes and then blaming them for not having shelter. If Zimbabwean youths think someone is going to ride in on a white horse and fix everything, they should probably check who controls the horses. Spoiler alert, it's the same guys who created this disaster in the first place. The war veterans have had their time. They fought, they won, they got their farms, they got their pensions, they settled on the good life while the country fell apart. Now they are getting boreholes, they are getting trinkets and all these things from the government. Now with things crumbling beyond repair, they have decided to turn around and yell, it's the youth's fault. Of course, they say this while sitting in the shade, reminiscing about the good old days when they could march into a bank and actually find money. Meanwhile, the youths they are scolding are lining up outside embassies, passports in hand, desperately trying to escape a country that offers them nothing but lectures from aging revolutionaries. So what now? Here's the truth, dear Zimbabwean youth. The future is not something you wait for. It's something you take. If you don't, the old guard will happily keep running the country into the ground while blaming you for not stopping them. So what's the plan? Will you continue being hired as professional disruptors, paid in mealy-meal and empty promises? Will you keep sitting at home, jobless, while the same politicians who ruin the economy tell you to be patient? Or will you stand up and take charge of your own destiny? Because the reality is this: if Zimbabwe is ever going to change, it won't be because some war veteran had a change of heart. It won't be because ZANU-PF suddenly decided to be nice. It won't be because Geza came on TV and shouted at Mnangagwa. It will be because young people decided they had had enough and chose to fight back. Not with stones, not with violence, but with unity, strategy, and unshakable demand for a better future and a better Zimbabwe. So, dear Zimbabwean youth, the ball is in your court. Keep selling your future for $10 or rise up and claim what is rightfully yours. Just know this: when history is written, it will remember what you did or didn't do. Subscribe to Zimwaves TV, where we tell the truth even when it makes the regime uncomfortable.